Hello boys and girls, it's your self-proclaimed favorite maths teacher, Miss Aaliyah Brewster. And it's time for us to do grade 5 mathematics. Just in case you're not feeling motivated, remember the words of Paul Halmos. The only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. So what are you waiting for? Grab a pencil and a notebook, get settled because we're about to start. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's begin. Okay, boys and girls, today I have a special treat for you. I'm not going to tell you what the topic is, but I'm going to sing a song and you will guess what the topic is. So listen very closely. Because you know I'm all about that place value. I'm all about that place value. I'm all about that place value. I'm all about that place. Yeah, it's pretty clear, numbers can get big, but I can figure it out if I just think. Cause I gotta keep all these place values straight. The value depends on what the place is. I see the numbers grow, place values get much bigger, making numbers so big, I can't count them on my finger. The place values start with ones and tens. The place value is different from beginning to the end. So now I'm gonna tell you about some place values today. You know our place value is worth 10 times as much as the place to the right. And if a place value is sitting with another place on its left, then it's worth exactly 1/10, no more, no less. Oh, because you know I'm all about that place value. I'm all about that place value. I'm all about that place value. I'm all about that place. Thank you, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, boys and girls, now let's move on to discussing what place value is. We write numbers using only 10 symbols. Those symbols are called digits. The digits we use today are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Those digits are called Hindu Arabic numerals. When we count from 0 to 9, the value of these numbers are units. However, when we move on to count numbers that are 10 and above, the value of those numbers changes as well. We are no longer counting in units, but now we are counting in tens. For example, suppose we have the number 37. 37 has two digits, 3 and 7. In 37, the 3 is taking up the place of the tens, which simply means that 3 tens make 30. On the other hand, the 7 is taking the place of the ones, which means there are 7 ones being added to the 30. So when we add 30 plus 7, we would get 37. Now, boys and girls, once we would have counted up to 99. So from 10 to 99, 100 comes after 99, obviously, and now we can say we are in the hundreds place value. For example, let's look at the number 364. In the number 364, 3 is occupying the value of hundreds. This simply means that the number 364 has 3 hundreds in it, while tens takes up the place of the tens column, which simply means that 60 makes up 364, or 6 tens. And finally, the 4 takes up the place of the 4 columns, which means that 4 units or 4 ones is being added to 360 to make up the number 364. Okay, boys and girls, let's move on to discuss the 1,000 place value. The 1,000 place value starts from the number 1,000. For example, let's look at the number 3,248. In that number, the number 3 represents the 1,000th place value. And if you look at the picture, 1,000 there is symbolized by 3 large cubes. That simply means that the value of 3 is not just 3, but in fact, it is 3,000. Now, we look at the 2. The 2 is represented by 100, and that simply means that 200 makes up the number 3,248. So, boys and girls, we know that 4 is in the tens place value column, while 8 is in the ones place value column. But numbers don't just stop at thousands. You should know that numbers can get as huge as this entire planet or this world. They go on and on, right? So after 1,000, the next place value moving to the left would be 10,000s. 10,000s. And then just after 10,000s, we have 100,000s. And then beyond that is millions. And then after that would be 10 millions. And then after that we have 100 millions. So the place value, it goes on and on. And as the numbers get bigger, so does the place value it holds. Now, boys and girls, let's move on to discuss the difference between place value and face value. You see, every number has its place value and its face value. Place value would suggest the value that the number is occupying in a certain place. For example, if we look at the number 4,856, 4 there is taking up the place value of thousands. However, if we were asked to identify what is the face value for the number 4 in that entire number, the face value would be 4 itself, because 4 is the number that is in that place. Therefore, it's the face of the 1,000 value. So the face value is actually the same as the number itself. I have an activity here for you, boys and girls. It's quite simple and I know you'll get it correct. We're going to examine the number 658,421,948. What we're going to do, we're going to look at that number and then we're going to answer questions based on that number. The first question is, what is the place value of 9? What is the place value of 9? The second one is, what is the place value of 5? What is the place value of 5? And the third one is, which number is in the place value of millions? Which number is in the place value of millions? And the fourth question is, which number is in the place value of tens of thousands? Which number is in the place value of tens of thousands? And then the final question is, what is the face value of 6 in the number? What is the place value of 6 in that number? Okay, boys and girls, were you able to get all correct? Let's examine it and see. For the first question, we were asked to calculate the place value of 9. The place value of 9, of course, is in the hundreds place value. For number 2, we were asked to calculate the place value for 5. Of course, the place value for 5 is tens of millions. That's right, tens of millions. For number 3, we were asked which number is in the place value of millions, and that would be the number 8. For number 4, we were asked which number is in the place value of tens of thousands, and that would be the number 2. Well, for the final question, what is the face value of 6 in that number? And the answer, of course, there would be 6. Thank you, boys and girls, for tuning in, but that has brought us to the end of another lesson. I trust that you would have enjoyed it, and remember, the words of Paul Halmos, the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. So this means that even though our study time might be over, that does not mean that you have to stop practicing. Thank you once again, boys and girls, and goodbye.